Hey y'all.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to the Greens Experience. Before we move along any further, make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button
Yes.
so that you can be notified when we drop episodes. If you're feeling this content, let us know, send a comment, and share.
Please.
Yeah.
So today we will be talking about our pre-drywall meeting. Right. So for those who follow along, you probably saw that we were in Dallas last week based on our short that we posted on our YouTube channel. Yeah. So we can't wait to share with you in this episode how that meeting went. So stay tuned right after our intro.
We're going to bring you the drywall meeting.
Yes.
So here we go. We're sitting in the airport at the gate waiting to make our way to Dallas. The kids are excited. As you see, they're noticing that I'm recording, and we're just preparing to get out there. Everybody's excited to get underway and get to Dallas.
So we have arrived in Dallas. We're heading right now to get our rent-a-car, and you will see that
in this clip, we get a drop top Mustang. Navy wanted a Mustang. We did not rent a Mustang, but we wind up getting an upgrade, so it worked out.
Yes, so this was the kids' first time ever riding in a drop top vehicle. Now in this shot, this is us right after our pre-drywall meeting with our builder, and everything went really well. So we're excited about that, and so now we'll share.
Hello everyone. Welcome to our home. Nah, that's just practice for when we do the empty house tour. But anyway, so today Pierre and I finally had our drywall walkthrough with our builder, or I should say our construction manager. Everything went well for the most part. There are a few things that need to be addressed and some things that they forgot about, but they'll go ahead on and fix those things. So come on. So we are pretty pleased with where everything stands. For me, I was excited to see the home just because I have not been back out here since we even had foundation. I think it was still dirt. Yeah, it was still dirt. And so we didn't have foundation yet. So to see how far they've come, it's pretty amazing. So, as I think the last episode, Pierre kind of highlighted the different rooms, so we're not going to do that this episode. We don't want to kind of say the same thing, but some of the takeaways from the meeting are the arches are gone. So if you remember the last episode,
we had arches.
And we talked about how we did not want arches, and so the arches have since been removed, which I am pleased about, me personally, just because I feel like it opens the room up more. I can envision what it will look like when everything is, the walls are up and everything's sealed, so it just opens up the area more. The areas more.
Yeah, I agree with that, yeah.
Yes, so we're excited about that. So arches are gone. For the most part, we have plenty of outlets, which we like. Gives us an option on how we can configure furniture and, whatever we want to put in the home. Right. So electronics, things like that, TVs. We have plenty of options. Let's see, what else?
Remember in your builder meeting, hey everybody, I'm behind the camera, but I don't know if you even saw me on that. But remember in the builder meeting, this is your time to make sure you got everything you asked for, and if there's anything that they missed, that they put it. We'll go back by there, but at our stairs, it was supposed to be a plug. They didn't put that there. That wasn't something extra. That was supposed to be there.
So there's supposed to be an outlet there. In our media room, there was supposed to be our 6-inch steps. So
that we did pay for.
So we paid for that. So they have to fix that because they did not include that. There were a few outlets,
Right.
I think, in a few pre-wire areas that need to be addressed. So they're gonna change that. One thing I had requested, as far as if you look, we're standing in where the family room will be. I did not want. So we have surround sound
Yes.
throughout the house in certain areas, and so this would be like a surround sound speaker.
Right.
And I had requested, I didn't want any speakers on the wall.
She didn't want it eye level
I
for
didn't
sure.
want it eye level for sure. If it had to be on the wall, I wanted it as high as possible.
Right.
Simply because, thinking from a design perspective, yes, we would have a TV on this wall, but if I wanted to put sconces on the side of the TV, if I wanted to put art, whatever it is, I wanted to have that option to do so. So with speakers being on the wall, eye level, pretty much even with where the TV would be,
Right.
could pose a problem
Right.
from a design perspective. So that's something they're gonna address and change. So they'll raise the surround sound speakers for this wall. All the other surround sound's fine. Pretty pleased with the lights. So we have quite a bit of can lights and lights. So I wanted definitely to have enough lights so the home is well lit.
That's something else you want to pay attention to.
Yes, so pay attention to that,
On your
especially-
blueprints, or when you have your red line meeting, that's the last, well, that's not the last chance, but that is a chance to get it in before they start progressing towards closing up the walls and everything, because obviously at that point, it makes it harder for them to do it. They got to redo stuff.
Yes, exactly. So we'll have plenty of ventilation with how they have the, I guess, the
pan
air
up.
and the HVAC system.
They got all our HVAC in. I'm
Yes,
panning up
so
so
they
you can
have
see
that
that.
in,
All of our electricals
all of our
ran,
electrical.
minus the things that they need to address. Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, so I mean, for the most part, we're pleased.
Yeah.
We're pleased with how everything's coming along. They're moving very quickly. As you can maybe see from the windows, it is a rainy day out here in Cedar Hill or Dallas or just Texas in
Yeah.
general. It's raining. There were some thunderstorms earlier, and the guys are out here working.
Yeah, there was a guy in our home before we got here. The manager told him that we would be doing our meeting, so he left, and he may still come back in. But if not, of course, they'll start finishing up. But he was here.
Yes. So just to give you an idea, so this trip, because of the holiday, we were able to bring the kids. They're not here with us right now. They're with our cousin, but they'll be here soon. So they're excited to see the house for the first time themselves, just like I was. So today's plan is, now that we finish our pre-drywall meeting, we are now going to, so we've each made a list of scriptures or things we would like to write on the posts throughout the home. So we have our Sharpies, so we will be writing scriptures throughout the home. We'll probably also stand in the home at some place, do family
do
prayer,
family
prayer of
prayer,
our home. So that's what we'll be doing today, okay? So again, pre-drywall meeting went really well. Things are coming along quickly. They're moving very fast.
We have a timeline,
We have a timeline, not exact dates, but
a ballpark.
a ballpark of how many more weeks that we have left. And when I tell you, they're not playing. So they're getting our house done. Number of other homes around us, they've started on those. So yeah, they're out
How
here
many? He
working
said
in the rain.
38 homes or 37?
37 homes.
37 homes that
homes.
they're currently working on.
Yes.
In
37
different
homes.
stages, of course.
Yes,
Some
in our
are still
community.
dirt, some are foundation, some are in the process of being framed and things
Yes,
like that.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay. Well, until next
So now
time.
the kids have arrived, right? We're outside welcoming them to the house.
Yes, it's raining outside.
This is their first time seeing the house, along with Asia's first time to see the house in this state.
Yes.
Up until this period of time, everything has been just pictures that they've seen. And the last time we were all physically out there, it was just dirt. So,
Yes. So we were all excited.
yeah, to say the
Excited,
least, we're
yeah.
all excited. And in this next clip that we're going to bring to you, you're going to see the kids actually have their reaction, and we'll, kind of narrate over that as they come into frame. So here they are. They're excited. I have this clip sped up so they're not hyperactive children. But yeah, we just wanted to kind of let them be a part of it, and kind of you can see their excitement of it as we're walking in. London is like, oh no, I want to go through the front door, so that's what that's all about.
Mind you, it's freezing.
Yeah.
It's raining and it's cold.
And there's Navy doing his grand entrance. And we're just walking through the space now. Mind you, they are excited. They haven't seen any of this. I've had the opportunity at this point to walk through the whole house from top to bottom, front to back. So this is their first time, and they're really excited. And if you haven't seen any of the previous videos with us showing you some of the footage, then this is a time where you can actually see some of the things that they were excited to see. But it'll be in 2 times speed.
So for the most part, we're just kind of walking them through, telling them like, this is this room, this is that room, kind of sharing with them the layout of the home. They also were excited to go upstairs and see which room was going to be their bedroom. And so they were having fun. We were all having fun. Yeah. It was just a really good day.
Yeah, lots of questions as you might imagine, right? Where's my room? What's this? What's that? Kids, they have a certain way about inquiring, and we were happy to ask all of their questions. This is them waiting for me to tell them to come upstairs so I could film it, and this is them actually walking through the game room, going from room to room like we've done already at this point.
Yes.
Watching them go through the walls. I was like, are y'all just going to hop through walls like that? So then they came around. Okay. They're enjoying seeing all the spaces and whatnot.
Yes, they started to actually try to plan out the layout of their rooms, where they want their beds, so their desk and so on. Planning out their Nerf gun wars that they plan to have throughout the home from the upstairs.
That was London planning on ambushing me as I walked through the door.
Yes, so a lot of plans were made on this day with the kids. So
it was fun. We had fun of it.
We did. And as you might have noticed, that there were some areas that we had to address as well. You might have saw a little water in the home. So there was a little bit of leaking, which was good. We were able to see firsthand coming from some of the vents due to the rain. So, that was in our favor. So we were able to point those things out to the builder, as well as some additional outlets and things that need to be added that were missed. So really minor things, nothing major. For the most part, we are very happy thus far with how our home is coming along.
And there will be some more. We'll discuss towards the end of this episode some of the things that we went over in detail with our sales rep, our realtor, expectations that we sent over to the builder via email. We'll give you a more detailed description of some of those things as we bring the episode to a close. But this is one room that we're all happy about. This is the media room, and so we went in here and the kids will have opportunity to share with you how they feel. What do you guys think?
It's nice.
I need you to tell me on camera. What do you think? Navy, come over here. What are you doing?
I can't describe it. Did you just fall?
No, he
through the
didn't.
wall? I don't know. Yeah, I can't describe
What you think, son?
It's fun. No, I cannot describe it. It's so awesome.
It's what?
I can't even describe it.
So, as I mentioned in the previous clip, we were also there to write scriptures on the posts, the various posts throughout the home. And so in this picture you see, this is Navy in his room, and he wrote down his own scripture. And so that's his picture of him next to the scripture he wrote on the post.
Maybe he's smiling like that because he's cold.
I was going to say, he's cold. It was chilly. Here's London in her room writing down the scripture she wanted to put in her post. In her room, I should say, on the post. And so that's
we were happy to be able to do this too.
Yes.
It was one of the ideas that we had, along with handprints and the foundation. But they're moving quickly. Here's Asia.
Yeah.
Writing her scripture.
Yeah. So we weren't able to do the handprints and the foundation, which was fine. But we were able to at least write the scriptures throughout, just encouraging messages to ourselves of whatever we wanted to put for each room. And I think we mentioned in a previous episode, our cousin had blessed our foundation with holy oil. And so just throughout this whole process, it's not foreign. Sometimes here's Pierre writing his scripture. Mm-hmm. You hear of people, some people actually have Bibles placed into the foundation of their home. So it's totally up to you. And so this was...
So here we are at the end of it all. This is kind of like a closeout photo over the last 2 days. Drywall, kids being able to walk through the house, writing scriptures. And this was just a cap off moment, feeling blessed and happy to be able to be a part of this journey.
Yes.
All right, so there you have it. That was our experience with the kids walking through the home. Asia's first time seeing it in that condition. We talked a little bit about the drywall meeting that we had with the building manager, and now we're discuss some of the things that happens after your drywall, kind of like the things that we had to deal with.
Yes, so here's a quick overview. Overall, the meeting went really well. Yeah. We're excited to work with our builder. There were a few things that were missing, so we covered those. But again, it's pre-drywall, so we're catching things prior to installation. We're catching things prior to drywall, before walls go up, and so on. So there's time to correct, the things that were missed. So, like I said, it wasn't much, just a few things.
And just to note, you want to make sure you communicate, right?
Yes.
This is your build, going to be your home. You will be in there. Everybody else would have gone off with their money or with their part of the experience. And after that, you will be in the home. So you need to communicate with your sales rep. If you can communicate with your builder, that's a plus. And if you have a realtor in the mix, you need to make sure you communicate with him because he's your on-the-ground liaison. So make sure that you try to keep everybody on the same page, right? And obviously, we're all human. Mistakes are made, so we understand, like in this process, that's going to be a part of it. But you don't want to not say anything, especially if you see things out of order.
Yes. Right? So it's important to make sure that you point those things out. Send emails if you have to. Make sure you have everything in writing, and just leave it up to the builder. Our builder took notes. Before we left, there were some things that he already had a crew coming in to try to correct, which was a great thing.
Like in the media room, the step was missing, and if you look at a short, we'll put up a short, and you'll see the step is getting installed.
Yes. So that was something that was forgotten, and so he quickly had that corrected. So again, just make sure that communication is key and that you document everything. And so I guess for the most part now, next steps.
Well, he mentioned to us that we would most likely have to do a reselect.
Oh yeah, forgot about that. So while we were in our drywall meeting, our builder had mentioned that because of supply chain issues that the company had decided to go with a different vendor. And so this impacted our bathroom wall tile as well as our flooring.
Floor tile.
Yes, our floor tile. So we had to go into the design center there at the model and reselect our floors as well as our wall tile for all of the bathrooms. And we also did a reselection for the stone that we're placing on our fireplace. Yeah. So
and I just want to mention, for us, the situation is quite different because we are traveling out there. So we were being proactive and trying to make sure that we didn't wait to the last minute to do the reselections. And while we were out there at the office, because if they're sending you pictures and you're making a reselection from pictures, you won't be able to see exactly what you're getting. right?
Yes. We know that everything looks different on a screen, a computer screen. So it just worked out perfectly that we were able to go there and really look at everything, lay out the new boards, look at what the new options from the new vendor, what they were offering. And so I think overall we're pretty pleased with the reselections. I actually like what we're getting now more than what we had before.
We got upgraded materials because
Yes.
they switched the vendors, and the materials that we picked that were standard were no longer available to us. And so
It worked in our favor.
It worked in our favor, yes.
It did.
And then, we did have some going back and forth with the sales rep, some things that we needed to tighten up with the paperwork as far as credits and different things like that. So you want to make sure you audit your change order forms, your paperwork. Check it once, check it twice, as many times as you need to until you feel confident that what you're getting is what you're paying for and you're not being overcharged and things like that.
So just kind of piggybacking on what Pierre just said, we keep in mind, we started this process in February.
Yes.
So when we originally started, making selections for our home, it was back in April.
Right.
So from April to this point now in November, a lot has changed. There have been different vendors that they've decided to work with and so on. And so some of the things back in April that we had on our orders were no longer have as options or selections for our home. So now that we have different selections, we decided to do, again, the audit and look at everything. And so there were some things that we had questions about because originally in April we paid for those things. Now we're not getting them anymore. So needless to say, communication is key.
Right. You need to make sure, like we're saying, that you audit your paperwork and just keep up with it, because imagine the time span. We're almost on a full year. We're about 3 months out, from 3.5 or so months out from being a full year from when we got into the process. And then, maybe a little bit over half a year from the last time we made major selections. So, you just want to stay upbeat, up to task, up front with everybody and make sure that there's no amount of communication that's too much.
Yes.
When you're having to do reselections. Now, of course you don't want to be calling every day and bothering them, but you do want to make sure you communicate your concerns nevertheless.
And fortunate enough for us, our realtor as well as the sales agent, they understand, they get it. They know that we are out-of-state buyers. And so, yes, we're out-of-state buyers. So we just want to make sure that everything is right. Again, this is a home that we plan on being in for a long time.
Right.
Yeah.
So there you have it. That is the Greens experience with the pre-drywall meeting. Thank you for viewing, and we're glad to share. Hope that you got some information that you can use, some tips and things. If you're planning to build, or if you know somebody, you can share this information with them, things that they might need to look out for. Right?
Yes. So in the coming weeks, we'll probably, we'll see what the next episodes will be about. We don't have any plans right now to go out there anytime soon, just because they are, weather,
we're in the phase of the build to where once they close up walls, we're getting to the finishing stages, right? So they're going to add in cabinets, countertops, all the beautiful stuff.
Yes. So we're excited.
Yeah.
But we are still waiting for our brick. So please cross your fingers. There is one particular brick that I want. I think Pierre's a little more...
No, I like the brick that we have.
Okay, because I was going to say, he's
forward.
a little more flexible than I am. I'm hard, nose.
Right.
I want this one brick and this one brick only. And so there have been some issues with supplies of this brick. So we don't have our brick yet.
Well, we're crossing our fingers that they ordered the brick in time for us to get it, and that we don't have to...
reselect on our brick.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, and that's another thing. Materials, whether they're available or not, you kind of just have to stay on top of it, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
So that is it for this episode.
Yes. So again, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, turn those notifications on, and then leave us a comment.
Right.
Yes, we'll try our best.
If you have questions about the process, if you're in the process or know somebody that's in the process, and maybe they haven't reached the stages where we are, and we can help them, leave comments or share the video with those people, so that when we started this, we definitely wanted to capture the moments for ourselves, but we also want to help other people doing a similar thing, especially if you're going from another state, because obviously it's going to be a little bit harder, or a lot harder, depending on how you travel, for you to keep up with everything.
Yes. And then also too, in the coming episodes, we introduced our children to you on this episode, and so we'll really start diving in. I mean, we've already kind of done the preliminary footwork in regards to schools out there,
Right.
And so we're really getting into trying to solidify school selections for the kids. So we'll share with you how that process goes. So so
And then
follow along.
And in December, we have the giveaway too.
Oh yeah. So stay tuned. We're gonna have a giveaway coming up. It's the holiday time, so great time to give something away.
Right.
So you don't want to miss it. Okay.
Right. So
Until next time.
we out.
Yes. Be safe.